Good morning, fourth grade. We are going to be working on the area model of multiplication again. You guys were starting to do really well with it, and then school let out. And we are going to learn the way your parents know how to multiply after we master the area model of multiplication. Today will be our last day with area model. Tomorrow we're going to start learning the traditional way to multiply, and so if you have family members, they'll like tomorrow's lesson a lot better than today's. Unless they like math, then they might like today's lesson. So I'm going to title my page. And I know you don't have your math notebooks. They're at school, but that's okay. You can use my notes. I still want you to follow along. If you have paper and markers and stuff at home, you can take notes too, and then we can cut and glue them into your math notebooks when we get those to you. But I'm going to go ahead and title it Area Model of Multiplication. Okay, so let's say we have the number 57 times 64. Okay, so you guys are just in third grade where you were just learning 7 times 6, and now we take these huge numbers and we're throwing them at you because now you're in fourth grade. So what we're going to do is, since this is 2 digits, I'm going to make a window. And since this is 2 digits up here, this is actually 50 plus 7, and this is 60 and 4. I'm just splitting it up into place value. So 50 and 7 make 57, and 60 and 4 make 64. Okay, so I'm going to put my 50 and my 7, my 60 and my 4. And I can put little plus signs out there to show that this is why I can do this. I'm just splitting my place value up. I'm still going to multiply. So now I have to see what numbers am I multiplying, and like we said, we can choose whichever square we want. I'm going to go ahead and choose this square right here. So the number above this square is that 7, and the number next to that square is the 60. So I have to do 7 times 60. Now, I don't know my 60s, but I do know my 6s. And 7 times 6 gives me 42. And that's if I'm talking ones, but I have 6 tens here, so I put a 0 to show I'm talking tens. So 7 times 6 is 42, but 7 times 60 is 420. I want to box that so I can pay attention to the number inside that box. Now I get to choose another square. It doesn't matter which one I do, so I'm just going to go down here. So the number above this box, even though it's down here, if I go up, the number above it is that 7 again. And the number next to it this time is the 4. So now I just have to do 7 times 4. What's 7 times 4? 7 times 4 is 28. So that box is done. Now I get to do another box. So this time I'm going to go up here, I guess. The number above this box this time is at 50 because it's above the box. And the number next to the box, even though I have it way over here, the number, the same row, is going to be the 60. So this time I have 50 times 60. That is quite a big number. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at it as ones. I have 5 times 6, and I know 5 times 6. 5 times 6 gives me 30. But how many zeros do I need to bring down to show the place value? I have a 10 and a 10, and a 10 times a 10 is 100. So I put 2 zeros to show that place value. So 50 times 60 equals 3,000. My very last box. Need a color, I haven't done yet. The number above this box right here, if I go up, is 50. The number next to it over here, if I go to the side, is 4. So I do 50 times 4. I don't know my 50s, but I know 5 times 4 gives me 20. And how many zeros do I need to bring down? Well, I'm talking my tens place, so I only bring down 1. So that is my last box in here. So now that I've done all that multiplication, now I need to add it up. So I'm going to take the biggest number to the smallest number to keep myself organized, to keep my place value lined up. So my biggest number is at 3,000, so I'm going to write 3,000. And then my next, I'm going to cross that out so I don't accidentally use it again. My next largest number is 420, so I'm going to line up my place value. All right, my 420. My next biggest number is 200, so I'm going to write my 200 lined up. And then my smallest number is at 28. I'll write my 28. Now that I have all of my little multiplication problems done, I get to solve and find out what my answer is. And to do that, I just add them all up. So 8 plus a bunch of zeros gives me 8. 2 and 2 make 4. 4 and 2 make 6. And 3 plus nothing gives me 3. So that 57 times 64 equals 3,648. This looks like a lot of work to your families. They're going to see this and they're going to say, well, why do you have to do all that? Because I'm going to show you the way your families like to solve this. And this is the way you will probably go to solve it when you're older. And even if it's just like tomorrow. Because this is the fastest way. This way teaches you the understanding for why you can do this. This way you don't understand what you did, you just know you did the steps that your teacher taught you. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and solve it this way, and I'm going to try to show you how the numbers line up. So first I have to multiply my 4 times my 7. Just like I did have to multiply here, my 4 times my 7, and 4 times 7 equal 28, and 4 times 7 still equals 28. So I'm going to put my 8, I'm going to carry my 2. Okay, so now I have to multiply this 4 times what is now 50, but I look at it as a 5 because it automatically shifts. So 4 times 5 is 20, plus 2 gives me 22. Okay, so this matches this box, and this matches this box. I multiplied the 4 times the 7, just like I did in my area model, and then I multiplied my 4 times my 50, just like I did in my area model. So now I have to bring down a 0 because now I'm moving to the tens place. The 6 is not 6 ones, the 6 is 6 tens, so I'm moving to my tens place. So now I'm going to do 60, or 6, because I have my 0 there. 6 times 7, which is over here, and 6 times 7 is 6 times 7 is one of the hard ones, so I give you a little bit longer. 6 times 7 is 42, so I put my 2 and I carry my 4. Now I have to do 60 times 50, but it looks like 6 times 5. So 6 times 5 gives me 30, and 30 plus this 4 gives me 34. Yeah, so the 420 is kind of matching up right there. And so now that I've done my 2 pieces, just like when we did our pieces up here, we add them up, we're going to add them up down here. So 0 plus 8 gives me 8, 2 plus 2 gives me 4, 2 plus 4 gives me 6, and 3 plus nothing gives me 3. So no matter which method you do, you're going to get the right answer if you do it correctly. This is much faster, but this makes more sense. So today I want you to do this method, and tomorrow we'll work more on this method. Okay, so I'm even going to write tomorrow. We'll talk about the shortcut, because first we need to understand how the shortcut works. you have a 2x2 assignment on schoolwork. That was from Thursday. And then you need to check Seesaw because I'm going to give you an assignment and I want you to talk through the problem just like I talked through the problem and explain how you solve it. So you're going to have to record your microphone, but it's only going to be one problem on Seesaw. Okay, guys, let me know if you need help. And parents, if this is confusing for you, just step away. Let me see what your kid can do. And then tomorrow when we work on this method, that's when you can give them some more help. All right, let me know if you have any questions by messaging me. Have a good day.